Hey everyone, welcome back to 45th Perspective. Today, we're breaking down the White House Christmas celebration and what the president had to say. First off, the president welcomed a big group of lawmakers, both Democrats and Republicans, to the White House. And yes, it was a Christmas celebration, but also a chance to highlight some real achievements. Quick shout out, Congresswoman Julia Lello even announced her engagement day. That was a moment that went beyond politics. The First Lady got praise too. She did a fantastic job with the holiday decorations. People are talking about the trees, the setup, the whole White House looking amazing for the season. It's really the kind of detail that shows the administration values tradition. Now, here's where it gets important for everyday Americans. The president highlighted some big economic wins: $18 trillion in investment over just 10 months, the stock market hitting record highs, more Americans working than ever before, and real wages for workers up by over $1,000 a year. Those numbers aren't just numbers, they affect families, 401ks, and job opportunities across the country. On the legislative side, he mentioned some major accomplishments. The largest tax cuts, spending cuts, and regulation reductions in U.S. history. Plus, acts passed to protect children, improve financial innovation, and make our communities safer. And the best part? Many of these bills got bipartisan support, showing that Republicans and Democrats can work together. Of course, reactions vary. Conservative voices are praising the economic growth and national security wins. Left-leaning media is acknowledging the progress, though some still critique policies like trade or regulation moves. But the bipartisan acts? Those got a lot of attention online, especially because nearly everyone voted for them. That's rare, and it matters. So why should you care? Well, stronger economic growth means more jobs, better wages, and more opportunities for families. Bipartisan cooperation shows that lawmakers can put Americans first, beyond party lines. And policies protecting our children and communities keep traditional American values intact. To wrap up, the White House celebration wasn't just a holiday party. It was a reminder of what's possible when leadership works for the people: economic growth, bipartisan progress, and a safer, stronger America. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe to 45th Perspective for more honest, straight-to-the-point analysis. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
But I just want to thank a few of them, and I do mean it. I think it's fantastic that we're all here together tonight. We have cabinet members, and we have Marco is here, Scott Bessent is here. We had them all sort of here, every single one. I won't call them out because they're not names that are going to get huge applause from this very substantially Democrat audience. But you know what? They're working toward making America great again. It's very simple. We are making America great again. I saw it today on a somewhat leftish broadcast. They were saying, you know, whether you like it or not, these numbers are starting to get very good, and they are, and that's good for all of us. But during the season of joy and peace, we have so much to celebrate as a nation, because 1 year ago we really were. We were a country that was in serious trouble. There were those that say we were a country that was really not going to make it, and they were saying we were not going to make it. Now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. They're all saying it. Other leaders are saying it. The European nations are saying it. The European nations are reporting that your president might as well be the leader of the European nations also. They listen to us and they respect us like they've never respected us before. So we're going to work very hard. We get along with them. We want to get along with as many nations as we can. We've been ripped off by a lot of them for a lot of years, and frankly, a lot of the Democrats knew that better than some of the Republicans. But we've been ripped off and taken advantage of by friend and foe. And in many cases, friend was worse than foe, but not anymore. We have, I don't know if you noticed, the deficit was cut down by 64%. Nobody's ever heard of a number like that. You know why? A thing called tariffs. The tariffs are so big and so substantial. And it was just announced 2 weeks ago, the deficit's cut down by, nobody ever heard of a number like that. If the deficit goes down by 2%, it's like a great thing. The tariffs have reduced the deficit by 64%. Nobody has ever seen. And frankly, we haven't even started yet. It's given us strength. We've solved 8 wars. Think of it, 8 wars have been solved. Although Thailand and Cambodia, I think I'm going to have to make a couple of phone calls on Thailand, but we'll get that one back on track. But think of it, we've solved 8 wars. That's never happened. And more Americans are working today than ever before in the history of our country. We've never had anything like it. We have more Americans working today than at any time, by far, in the history of our country. And 100% of all new jobs have been created, 100% created in the private sector. I mean, that's a big factor, right, Virginia, right? Also, just announced, real wages are up for the typical worker by more than $1,000 a year. That's a record, $1,000 a year. And many of you in Congress worked very hard, both sides, this year to keep the promises that you were elected on and to deliver big wins for the American people. And Democrats worked very hard, too. I mean, I think you could get rid of a couple of your little policies like men and women's sports, open borders, transgender for everybody. But other than that, I like what you're doing. You passed the largest tax cuts in American history. We all did that. We passed the largest spending cuts in American history. And we have the largest regulation cuts by far in American history. All of these things we just passed. You passed the Lake and Riley Act to get criminal aliens off the streets so they don't kill our people, hurt our people, mug our people, slice up our people, which is what they did. They're not doing it so much because crime is way down. And you passed the Genius Act to unleash a new era of financial innovation. And on a bipartisan basis, working with a woman named Melania. Have you heard of Melania? But working with our great First Lady, you passed the Take It Down Act to protect our nation's youth from some horrible people. And I think, I'm not sure, this is hard to believe. I believe this is correct. It was just about a unanimous vote, to which I said, maybe you should be doing my job, because I don't get one vote. You know that did anybody vote against it? Even Rand Paul voted for it, right? Because Rand Paul's an automatic no vote. He's not a Democrat vote, but he's an automatic no. Everybody voted. I think it was just about unanimous. I can't believe it. She came home. I said, I heard you got a unanimous vote. Yeah, she looks at me like, what was the big deal? But that was a great thing that she did, and a great thing that all of you did. Very soon I'll hopefully be signing a National Defense Authorization Act that makes a historic investment in the United States military, which I think most people want to see. And I look forward to working with each and every one of you in the coming year to make our nation stronger, safer, wealthier, healthier. And I really believe we can work on healthcare together and come up with something that's going to be much better, much less expensive for the people, less expensive for our nation, but really most importantly, better and less expensive for the people. And we have an idea that rather than making these massive payments where their stocks went up 1,700% over a short period of time, the insurance companies, we make beautiful, big payments directly to the people, and they buy their own health insurance. And it's so good and so popular, and everybody wants it. And I think, frankly, a lot of the Democrats are going to want it, too. It's been a very popular. Ever since I uttered those words about a month ago, it's been very, very popular. So hopefully we can get that done together. So I want to just say, in closing, you're going to have a fantastic evening. This food is unbelievable. The White House is known for great food, and it's better than that. And it's a great house. It's a special, special place. I've had a lot of nice houses, but I have to tell you, this house, it's just special. It's one of the reasons that every one of these events, all of them, are packed, sold out, waiting room. They're begging to come. People love the White House, and people love our country, and we love the Republicans, and we love the Democrats, so we love everybody else. We love everybody, especially tonight. Now, tomorrow I'll have to deny I ever said that, but that's okay.